That is a real good win. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, we only beat the Sky by 15. They didn't have Angel Reese. Well, we didn't have Caitlin Clark. That is a good win. That is by 100 miles the best the Chicago Sky has played since Ariel Atkins went down injured. That is the best the Sky have played since Atkins went down injured. And it's by a mile the best the Sky have played since Angel Reese has been injured and Ariel Atkins has been injured. Like, they've barely been competent without they've been incompetent without Ariel Atkins. They've been embarrassing without Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins. And they were not embarrassing, nor were they incompetent today. Like, Kia Nurse, I thought really struggled from three, but Beck Allen looked good, hit some timely shots. Rachel Banham hit some timely shots. They kept, every time the Fever looked to pull away, they didn't give up and they fought back. It was absolutely like, first of all, I just want to say, this is one of the better games. This is one of the games I'm like, if I'm a Sky fan, I know you want to say there's no such thing as a moral victory, but your team sucks this bad. Thank you for the $15, Robert. Really appreciate that. When your team suck this bad, when you're in as bad a stretch as you are in, when you are in as bad a stretch as you're in, you have to take moral victories. When you're going to lose every single game, you've got to take moral victories. You have got to take moral victories. And this is absolutely a moral victory for the Chicago Sky. However, we got to talk about the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever. I'll talk about Kelsey Mitchell at the end. So, the Fever were struggling a little bit. Their starters were a bit iffy. Natasha Howard didn't want to be there. Like, she did not want to be there. And that's fine. Like, Natasha Howard, it's very clear when Natasha Howard is locked in, she's one of the better power forwards in the league. When she's not locked in, she's one of the worst players in the league. Like, there's no in between. When she saw Angel Reese was not going to be there, she was just like, nah. Missed a couple of open layups, 0 of 5 from the field, 0 points, 0 rebounds. It is what it is. She's had some insane games, so I'm not going to be too annoyed by this. I thought Ari McDonald, I know, like, box score wise, she looked good. I did not think she played well. I thought she made a lot of costly turnovers, a few live ball turnovers. I did not think she played well. I thought Aaliyah really controlled every part of that game in the first half. She was passing, she was doing a lot of things well, and I thought Chloe Bibby was exceptional. In Chloe Bibby's first 4 minutes on the floor, she hit 2 3-point shots, and in her first 4 minutes, she already scored more points than Bree Turner has done for the Indiana Fever. Bree Turner and Dantas both got DNP coach decisions. Lexi Hull, I thought this was her first. I know she didn't shoot the greatest. This was her first real game looking like Lexi Hull in a while. And look, whether she starts or whether she's on the bench, she's still iffy on the layups. She is an energy player, and you want to keep Lexi Hull. I think Lexi Hull is going to sign a team-friendly deal over the summer. I don't think we're going to have to pay Lexi Hull anything crazy. I think she's going to sign a team-friendly deal. And if you guys agree with that, subscribe. We are trying to hit 55.4K. We've already hit it and gone lower. So if there's 3 of you guys even in the chat right now that are not subscribed, it'd be great. And if you guys are new to the channel, obviously subscribe. Or if you guys could leave a like, it'd be greatly appreciated. We got 240 likes. Can we get to 300 by the end of the stream? But we got to talk about, first of all, before we go to Kelsey Mitchell, who's unbelievable, KK effing Timpson. KK Timpson. Like, this is a player that I kid you not. KK Timpson is for real. Like, she is a black hole. But she just flies. Like, it literally, when you watch her play, I said tweeted out KK might be the most athletic player. She can legit fly. And someone goes, welcome back Michael Jordan with the long arm. She just flies through the air and puts her arm in the air. And, like, her wingspan is as disproportionate as, like, some crazy NBA wingspans. Oh, my God. Thank you, Ken, for the $93. Imagine the Fever score. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you for the 1,000 people that are in here right now. But KK can get yay much above the rim. I don't think she has the coordination. She's still, like, she put up 14 points today. She's a good free throw shooter. She'll figure out the 3-ball at some stage in her career. The Fever have her for 4 years. By the end of those 4 years, KK Timpson is going to be an all-star. That is my prediction. KK is going to be an all-star on her rookie deal. Like, she's a little bit older, but she's as raw as a Malonga. And she has infinite potential. For a second-round pick, she's going to be unbelievable. She's going to be absolutely unbelievable. They literally ran what looked like a lob play for a dunk. Like, she was unbelievable. On defense, what she was doing to Cardoso, she was fantastic. Cardoso was actually great in the first half and then non-existent in the second half. I don't like the Sky don't necessarily give her as many looks as they should, but like she's got to go and make something. If players on her team aren't giving her the ball, she's got to go and get the ball, which she doesn't do. Like, that was annoying. But Kelsey Mitchell might go and fuck about and make the All-W first team. And I'm not, like, that is, like, she has been, this is what we need from Kelsey Mitchell. And by the way, Kelsey Mitchell played a good Kelsey Mitchell game. Like, we always say this about Kelsey Mitchell. On both of her shoulders, she's got the devil on one shoulder, she's got the angel on the other shoulder. The devil is, let me go dribble, step back long 2. Let me take 17 dribbles, go tween. The angel is, let me cut, let me relocate, let me spot up, let me make the right play. There's 2 versions of Kelsey Mitchell. This was the first time I have seen Kelsey Mitchell without Caitlin Clark look on the shoulder of the angel. Because look at how Kelsey Mitchell got her scores. She had 6 assists. She was coming off the pick and roll. She was passing. She was unselfish. She was swinging to Lexi Hull in the corner. She was taking good shots. And she shot a couple of kind of crazy ones there at the end of the game. But I don't care. She shot a couple of them. But I don't mind. When that happens. Because Kelsey freaking Mitchell. 35 points. 6 assists. This is the best game we have seen an Indiana Fever player play since Caitlin Clark against the Sky on Barbie night last year. And in my opinion, this game is equal. Well, the Sky were a bit better on that day last year, but like this is equally as impressive. The Chicago Sky showed up with heart. They were hitting shots. Rachel Bannon was hitting crazy shots. But at the end of the day, like, every single time the Chicago Sky brought it back to 4, they brought it back to 6, Kelsey Mitchell did something incredible. Like, that's what we have to talk about here. This was the Kelsey Mitchell show. Kelsey Mitchell, and this was not about, people were like, oh, Kelsey Mitchell showing that she can do it without Caitlin Clark. No one's ever questioned that. If Kelsey Mitchell, by the way, if Caitlin Clark was on the floor, and Kelsey Mitchell did what she did here, in terms of her decisions she was making, and she did what she did today, Kelsey Mitchell would have had 40. She would have had 40. Because everything was open. Everything was in the flow of the offense. Everything was in rhythm. Everything was catching from Aaliyah Boston. You know, I'm going to get the ball at the top of the 3-point line. I'm going to relocate. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to play smart basketball. And that is what it was. This version of Kelsey Mitchell. If you get this version of Aaliyah Boston, if you get this version of Kelsey Mitchell, and by the way, Kelsey Mitchell has had games where she has scored in the 20s and she scored 25, 26 points and been bad. And I'm not talking about the last game where she carried them in the fourth quarter. There has been games where Kelsey Mitchell has legitimately been bad. And she's still put up serious points. Serious points in games where she has been bad. However, I gotta say this right here, like, Kelsey Mitchell today put up serious points and was the reason the Fever won. The Sky just kept throwing punches, and every punch the Sky threw at the Fever, the Fever hit back with an even harder punch, and most of the time that was from Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell was unbelievable today. She was absolutely unbelievable. No matter what people want to say, we're not questioning that. She was unbelievable.